Hello and welcome to an interesting thingy. Trying something a bit different. So currently I'm working on my Unity. What's the game called? Battle of the Four Towers. Planning to release it on Steam, and I thought it would be interesting if I just checked back on my old university projects that I did. Well, for university when I first started learning Unity. I thought it would be interesting. So yeah, this was the first one. This was for a first year project where we had to make a scene. And the idea was, it was like to get you used to the Unity, like every single aspect of Unity. So it had to include particles, it had to include music, it had to include animation, it had to include the terrain, it had to include lighting, models, all sorts of stuff. So we're gonna start here. Yeah, you can probably see when you're getting deafened by the loud music. I'll say this was the main menu, and then we can jump into it. We won't spend too long on them because I think we've got a fair few to go through, you know. But yeah, this was very early on, and the idea was like you had quests. The idea was inspired by Serena Beach from Mario Sunshine, because it was like my favorite. Something up there, you see that? So from what I remember, there was something in the skybox, and I wanted to get rid of it. And apparently that's how I did it. But yeah, so this was one of the quests. It was just quests were literally just go to, and then you got to them. You can see on the left the quest. And this one unlocked the radio. So this was like, because I was like big into music and atmosphere. I still am. So the idea was you could have a radio which played for a few songs. And then you got my little dancing radio with this animation and particle system that I made. Obviously I made most of it myself. Very different bits of music, all very copyrighted. But yeah, it was like a nice little relaxing beach, similar to like the Cosmic Code Galaxy. You could go swimming. Wow, this is frozen. And yeah, because it changes. I don't know why it's so laggy, but the idea is that it changes when you're underwater. I remember spending so much time trying to get this to work. It was just such a pain. I think how it works is there's a collider all along under here. You can see Lost at Sea, so we're going to go over here. But there's a collider all the way over under here, and when you're in it, it changes like your post-processing, which is why when you're like slightly above it, it bugs out. Yeah, quest 3, explore the hut. Oh yeah, and you got more songs. I forgot about that. You can't hear it. It's 3D audio, so you got to be pretty close. But yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. Here's the hut, and you got the particle system. Last songs have been added, which were credits from Wind Waker and Primal Dialga. How's it? Wow. Final. Oh yeah, fireworks. Oh, I completely forgot about this. Wow, I was so. I don't know. I mean, it's pretty cool. Like the idea is like, let's put a good song on. Cosmic Code Galaxy is sick. Oh. I just sit here listening to the music. Very quiet. There's no pause, so I can't turn up, so I've got to be right next to it if I want to enjoy the music as loud as possible. But yeah. I think it's interesting because obviously this is 2018 Unity, and they're looking at it. There's so much stuff. This is the main menu. For some reason, I don't remember doing this. There's a loading scene, and I think it goes, obviously, with start menu must load the loading scene and then go straight into the beach scene. Which I don't know why I did it like that. But, yeah. I don't think there's much else to share. I won't spend much time talking about assets. I didn't make any of the assets myself, except for maybe... No. I did nothing myself. Not even this volleyball over here. But yeah, this was first year, one of the very first modules I did. And yeah, we'll move on to whatever the next one is. Okay, so this one's really interesting. This was really loud. Third year, the final year, and it was this was for the AI project. So the idea of this AI project was you had to include a perception system, obviously sight and sound. So the AI had to react to sight and sound. And this was one of the ideas. So we can actually see here, if I... where the hell is the body? So he's like on a patrol. So this is his like patrol state. He patrols around, and this is his like raycast to see, because he can see the player. And then if I step out, he turns red and starts shooting. Now he's dead. This was interesting because it never finished. I can't remember. I wanted to do so much more with it. Like I think I wanted to do like a proper stealth thing, and I never finished it. This was literally what it was, and it wasn't what I handed in. This project went through many different ideas before I got to the one I submitted. So let's check for another one. Okay, so this one was another incomplete AI thing. I think it's so incomplete. There is a script on it, and it does nothing. So what this was going to be, from what I remember, is oh god, what was it going to be? It was apparently going to be an archer. I think it was meant to be like a rock paper scissors type thing. There is apparently an attack. There's attack states and move around states and all that. Who knows? This was, yeah, because it was gonna, yeah, this was I think they were like supposed to circle around, so this was like supposed to circle around the middle, and then things would enter the middle and attack each other depending on what entered. I can't remember. But apparently it's supposed to, obviously this was third year, so it had to have the perception system, and it had to have some other stuff in it as well. It had to be like, it's really weird. You had to, criteria was like we were given 4 different AI techniques. Busy, the state machine, which was the main one, perception system, fuzzy logic, if I remember, if that's what it was. Oh, was that maybe second year? And something else. This one's brilliant. This is it. It's called Racing. You can see CW2 coursework 2 Racing. Yeah, brilliant, really. I can't tell you what it was going to do because I don't remember. But that's all we got for it. Okay, this one has actually got something interesting to it, and I'm pretty sure it works to an extent. So this was third year. No, I can check. It was third year because the goal-orientated something exists, which is one of the other things I mentioned. If I start it, then I should full screen it. The idea is it's a village, and it doesn't work. Look, so these guys get the axe. They go to cut down their tree. And then he goes. It's 2 people, but they're in each other for some reason, and they go drop it off there. Slide about. I'm a bit thirsty. A bit of a drink. Always stay hydrated. Works wonders, doesn't it? I feel like this worked a lot better before. So yeah, there's a pickaxe, a sword, a hoe, an axe. These are rocks. These are trees. And the idea was obviously they would go over to the tree, cut it down, get resources. Let me see if I can find a script. Something here must have had a script. Where are the people? I mean, obviously the people had their scripts. They had their brains and their senses. So they could, oh yeah, because they could to see the tree, and then there was going to be like a goblin attack or something. See the console here, all the stuff, and their actions and stuff. There's probably very, obviously I was young and foolish, and wanted something more like, oh, he's not even touching the ground. Wanted to be something intelligent. I was way over my head, and my friend, who I went to uni with, Ethan or Whaleman, as you've probably seen him in some of my videos. He did a similar. He had a similar idea, and I swapped ideas. And I think he finished it, or at least got it somewhat working. I can't remember. Yeah, I feel like there was way more tags. Oh yeah. Yeah. I brought this over, didn't I, for some reason? Yeah, it's a very interesting tag system, this. I mean, it works. It works. But, weapon is held. There was all sorts of stuff. And all sorts of, here's the perception system. All sorts of stuff that was taken from various projects, various stuff to learn and all that. And I thought it worked better. But, yeah, let's move on to the final one of the actual one that I submitted and got a good grade on, if I remember correctly. I'm not too sure, I don't remember. Okay, so when I loaded this project, it threw errors, but this was what it was. Basically, there's little blocks here, unmodeled, but technically modeled stuff that is like where the player will walk to, in like a sense of they would see it. Let's see if it works. So they can see this one up here first. You can see this little red line of where they see it, and when they go to it, they pick it up, and the idea is they put them away on somewhere, the table, the rug. Okay, and it sees the next one, moves towards it, and then sees that one, moves towards it, pick it up, and there was going to be, this was what I handed in, and it got me like a first, which is like 70% plus. Oh yeah, then they go to bed, because you see it's actually becoming darker on the thing. It's like the night time, so they go to bed. Yeah. And then it's like meant to be, it's day. I think they were meant to move. Obviously, they react to the change in day. So like you can see this, actually, this is currently daytime. So then they go from resting to idle, which is good because they saw it was night. Then they generated a new plan as time has changed. Generate a plan. Obviously, the new plan was better priority than the current plan. Go to bed. Obviously, if there was a lot more to do, then it'd be better. Like, say, for instance, I think the best example is scheduling. Like, if I had done a street, maybe, of them walking around the street, then at night they go to their house, and then when it's day again, they go back out the street. Like the scheduling, it would have been better. I mean, I got good marks. I got a first, graduated uni with a first as well, total. So yeah, oh, you can see here the see-through. Why did I give her a see-through shader? Got this shader here as well. I can't remember why I did that. But yeah, this was what I submitted, and it's pretty cool. Sometimes it glitches out. Like these blocks get placed inside one another. But yeah. That was it for the third year AI. Let's see what else I can find.